Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In my yesterday's live stream with Alex Krainer, I was focusing a lot on Europe and situation in Europe. And today, in a way, I will continue this because yesterday we had a situation in Poland in which Grzegorz Braun was, as many of you know, he is running for the president of Poland. He's one of the candidates for Polish presidency, was burning the flag of European Union. Grzegorz Braun has been making very clear statements where what he does not want Poland to be part of. Over a year ago, he was using fire extinguisher. I will show you this in a second, in Polish parliament, bringing down Hanukkah that was placed there in December to celebrate some Jewish holidays. But yesterday he did this to European Union flag. And I believe one of the reasons, besides the aspect that he does not agree with EU at all, was the fact that European Union has lifted his immunity. And I will show you an article and read you the reasoning for it. But this will be a video, and I will play it for you in a second. There is an English translation already in the subtitles. You will see in this video how he's removing the flag, how there is a person stopping him. The woman will stop him and ask him to leave this flag there. And then he's addressing her like she's very childish and she doesn't know what she's doing and she's talking about. And what does that flag represents? And then you will see the moment of burning that flag. He went to the city in which Katowice, I think he was in Katowice, and that is south of Poland, that is known for coal mine. And as many of you know, and if you don't, I will bring you some statistics. Poland used to be famous for its coal. Of course, the European Union does not like that. And I will show you the numbers, how many coal mines are still in existence and they are operating and how many have been closed since, I think, 1989. Roundtable negotiations, I believe, from that time. That's another story. So let me play the video, I show you that, and then we go to the details.
Bardzo proszę, odłóżmy to na miejsce. Słucham? Komu, szanowna pani? Komu? Gdzie? Dziecko. Zlituj się nad sobą. Zlituj się nad sobą i jak się nie wstydzisz...
Proszę sobie przeczytać traktat lizboński, proszę przeczytać o fladze.
W ogóle nie ma czegoś takiego. Nie ma czegoś takiego. Nie ma takiego państwa. Chwała Bogu, nie ma jeszcze takiego państwa. Więc nie będziemy w Polsce, w polskim ministerstwie eksponować znaków wrogich nam organizacji, które, chwała Bogu, nie mają statusu państwowego.
To ta organizacja doprowadziła do likwidacji polskiego przemysłu.
Nie są otoczone żadną ochroną prawną na terenie Rzeczpospolitej Polskiej. Tu jest Polska, a nie Bruksela.
Szanowni Państwo, i serdecznie witamy na niej, na konferencji prasowej z udziałem kandydata na prezydenta Rzeczypospolitej Polskiej, pana Grzegorza Brauna. Jest z nami również pan poseł Roman Fritz, poseł Ziemi Śląskiej, pan Wojciech Siński, komitet polityczny naszej partii, ale również Ziemia Śląska. Jest również pan Krzysztof Figura, pełnomocnik wyborczy komitetu pana Grzegorza Brauna, a znajdujemy się w Katowicach przed kopalnią Wujek, kopalnią węgla kamiennego. Przed południem w Ministerstwie Przemysłu nasi posłowie przeprowadzili interwencję poselską, która dotyczyła tak zwanej...
Pani Marto, bo wiatr historii wieje i zawiewa.
No smród zostanie tylko po tym.
So as you could see, that was right there, clear. and obvious. As Grzegorz Braun said, there is no such a state as European Union, and this is not Brussels, this is Poland. My personal opinion about burning flags, I am not for it. However, you know, like Nazi flag to be burned, but then again, what European Union stands for, right? Just want to say that. About a year ago, Grzegorz Braun was also bringing down Hanukkah. Let me show you here. I will turn off the sound, but you could see it. This was in Polish parliament. And I think many of you remember that he was using the fire extinguisher and bringing down right there Hanukkah. So they removed the immunity. I mean, you know, sometimes you have to make things that obvious for people to wake up and question things, right? But they removed his immunity from European Parliament. And let me read you the reasoning for it. And that flag that was burned in Katowice, that event took place after they removed his immunity. So what does this article say? I will attach it down below, as always, in the description box. The European Parliament lifted Grzegorz Braun immunity. On Tuesday, the European Parliament in vote in Strasbourg lifted the immunity of MP Grzegorz Braun, who is a candidate in the presidential election in Poland. It is about, for example, others, the investigation into Braun extinguishing of Hanukkah candles in the Sejm, which is Polish parliament, but also a number of other incidents. So what are those incidents? And I will tell you now. Let me just scroll down. Let's see if it's right here. Okay. 2 of them concern the violation of bodily integrity and insulting a doctor, the director of the National Center of Cardiology. Okay, so this is the relating to the video that I posted a while ago before my trip to Vietnam, by the way, that he went with a lawyer, I think, and a few other people to the hospital that was killing babies in the 9th month of pregnancy. Okay, and this is one of the reasons. And it was his intervention, by the way. The next 3 relate to various hooligan acts, and the last 2 charges, the scandalous behavior of Grzegorz Braun in the Polish Sejm. This is public insult of an object of religious worship and violation of the bodily integrity of the person undertaking the intervention. So this is about the Hanukkah situation. And now he clearly, after all of this, removing the immunity from Parliament, European Union, he's burning the EU flag. I want to show you now the statistics as far as coal minery in Poland, how many of those places have been closed, and then I tell you my opinion about his chance for winning the presidency in Poland. So let's look at the statistics, because he went to Katowice, to that city that is known, has been known for mining the coal. Let me find this, guys. Okay, here we go. Over the last, okay, in 1993, so this is actually much before the, no, this is after, sorry, after roundtable negotiations. The roundtable negotiations in Poland were taking place in 1989. So we have in 1993, there were 63 mines and 7 mines in liquidation that were mining, as well as 1 mine under construction. The name was Budryk. How many are currently in operation? I think this article is from 2022, so it might be less than that. Currently 20 mines, okay? 20 are active. How many million tons of coal did the mines extract in 1989? So before they started closing them, was 177.4 million tons of coal. And now this is, I believe, for 2022, was only 55 million tons of coal. that was planned to be extracted. Currently, hard coal is mined in 20 mines, 3 of which belong to private entrepreneurs. All right, so this is the situation. So we kind of had the same what took place in Soviet Union, privatization, selling the businesses, factories, the farms, agriculture places for the pennies. And that's what he is showing, making a statement in this video. You know, a lot of people don't really know about those things. And I was one of those people who didn't really know much about politics. I mean, I had some idea, but all I knew was what media was telling us. That's good, that's bad. And I was just buying this like someone who doesn't question things. And now I know a little bit better. But that's what's taking place. Now, before I go to the next video, and that will be with Sergei Lavrov, I want to say that, in my opinion, Grzegorz Braun has a very, very big support in Poland. And I think he is definitely one of the leading candidates. Ultimately, the choice that people will be making is, in my opinion, in real life, is between the one who represents the globalist, and that is the mayor of Warsaw, Trzaskowski, who I showed you before as well. And then you have another person who Trump recommended, but he has a reason for it, okay? Because that will be easy to change the dynamic in Poland if Nawrocki, that's the one who met with Trump, will get votes. I think the polls are absolutely faked. The numbers that you see in Poland that are showing that mayor of Warsaw is leading and is a huge percentage above other candidates is not true, definitely not true. They are faked, not real polls. I think what is taking place is Grzegorz Braun is definitely very, very strong, and they're gonna push the other two candidates. I think that's what's gonna take place. So he might be actually number 1 or 2 or very close, but they're gonna push him down to number 3 or maybe even below. That's how I feel it's gonna look like, unless something happens like in Romania or United States. But we still have time to the election, and I will be presenting you the candidates before that. Now I want to take you to a little bit different vibration and energy, and that is Sergei Lavrov. Because Sergei Lavrov, you know, that's a different level of diplomacy and humanity, okay? So let me play this from him. He was talking about the celebration of the 80th anniversary of World War II and about how almost entire Europe is against Russia right now.
These days, we are marking a great anniversary, the 80th anniversary of the glorious victory of the Soviet people in the Great Patriotic War. Today, we, the employees of the ministry, together with our veterans and youth, must take an oath to forever remain faithful to those achievements, feats, and heroism that secured the life of our state, our common homeland, the Soviet Union, and the future of generations to come. In those years, many employees of the People's Commissariat of Foreign Affairs, our colleagues in foreign trade, went to the front alongside the warriors of the Red Army, and together with the militia, defended our capital and motherland. They contributed their share to this great victory. At the same time, the diplomats who remained at work in the People's Commissariat, alongside their colleagues, the Chekists and intelligence officers, ensured the diplomatic and foreign policy support of the Soviet people's heroic struggle to save Europe from Nazism. They did everything to obtain and utilize information intended to strengthen the unity of the anti-Hitler coalition and to prevent the fascists from concluding separate deals. And such attempts were made. Throughout the entire war, the diplomats at their posts did everything necessary to prevent betrayal. Now these documents have been declassified and are being published. It was discovered well in advance, primarily with British involvement, the preparation of Operation Unthinkable. It truly was unthinkable, as it envisioned an attack on the Soviet Union with the goal, how familiar this sounds now, of inflicting a strategic defeat upon it. Today, that experience is invaluable to us. The experience of building a coalition, but solely based on our own interests, without naivety, without excessive trust in empty promises. President Putin spoke about this in detail very recently in one of his interviews. Now, they have rallied against us once again, under the banner of Nazism, in the literal sense of the word, openly supporting the blatantly racist, anti-Russian regime of Zelensky, which holds torchlight marches and throws soldiers with Nazi division patches on their sleeves into the meat grinder. Just as in Operation Unthinkable, they are now threatening us with a strategic defeat on the battlefield. It is crucial not only to preserve the memory of the heroes of the Great Patriotic War and World War II, who secured our future and current development, I am certain, development for many decades and centuries to come, but also to remember the diplomatic experience and lessons of those events. These lessons are priceless, especially in the current situation, when practically all of Europe, put under arms and under Nazi banners, is waging war against us once again.
So, what else to say? He just said it exactly how it is. I will attach the entire video down below in the description box. You can watch Sergei Lavrov. I think this was in the building of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and it started with the anthem, Russian anthem, which I think it's really, really beautiful. It's something very moving in that music. I know that for a Polish person to say it, some people don't like that, but as far as the energy goes, that anthem has very, very good frequency. That's all I have for you today, everyone. That's what's taking place in Poland. EU flag is burning. And we see how this will go. Before we have the election in Poland for the president, next president after Andrzej Duda is gone, I will be presenting to you the candidates. Can you believe that we have 13 candidates running? As if they do it intentionally to absolutely confuse everyone and spread the attention in every possible direction and divide the country in kind of 13 ways, even though a lot of those are representing the very same thing. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate if you support my channel by joining the Patreon and locals. Also hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already. About 30% of the viewers is not subscribed, but you keep on returning. So I think there is some value. I hope there is some value that I provide for you with my videos. And if so, make sure to subscribe, leave the comments down below and let me know. And I will see you tomorrow in the next video, probably live stream with Larry Johnson. And that's it for today. Lots of love. And remember, we are the leading edge and we are saving humanity. Have a great day, guys. And I see you tomorrow.